Welcome back to Dazzy Cars. Today feels special because what we're talking about right now is the perfect snapshot of how far the American family SUV has come and why some legends never stop mattering. Parked in front of us mentally and emotionally is the Kia Telluride SX Prestige, a modern-day hero of the US SUV world, and hovering in the background of this conversation is the Mitsubishi Pajero, a name that still carries weight, respect, and a kind of rugged authenticity that no spec sheet can replace. This episode isn't just about one vehicle, it's about evolution, trust, and what American drivers actually want when rubber meets road. Now let's talk about the exterior because the Kia Telluride doesn't whisper confidence, it announces it. From the moment you see it, there's a boldness that feels unapologetically American even though the badge says Kia. The wide grille, the vertical LED lighting signatures, the squared-off proportions, everything about it says strength without trying to look aggressive. This is an SUV designed to feel safe, powerful, and planted even before you step inside. The SX Prestige trim takes that presence and turns it up another notch with premium wheels, darker exterior accents, and detailing that makes it look expensive without being flashy. It doesn't need to scream luxury, it simply looks composed, mature, and ready for anything from school drop-offs to cross-country road trips. Moving inside, the interior feels like a reward. This is where the Telluride absolutely dominates expectations. Soft touch materials everywhere, stitched leather that feels genuinely premium, and a layout that makes sense instantly. Nothing feels overdesigned, nothing feels confusing. The seats in the SX Prestige are not just comfortable, they're supportive in a way that makes long drives disappear. Heated, ventilated, memory-equipped, and positioned perfectly, they make you feel like this SUV was designed by people who actually drive. The dashboard flows naturally into the center screen, which is crisp, responsive, and intuitive without overwhelming you with unnecessary gimmicks. You sit high, you see everything, and you feel in control. Now let's talk about the heart of the Telluride, because under the hood is a naturally aspirated V6 that represents something rare today: balance. It's not turbocharged to chase numbers, it's not electrified to make headlines, it's just smooth, reliable, and confident. The power delivery is linear, predictable, and perfectly matched to the vehicle's purpose. On the highway, it cruises effortlessly. In the city, it feels composed and easy to manage. When you load it up with passengers and luggage, it doesn't complain, it just keeps going. The steering is tuned for comfort but still gives enough feedback to feel connected, and the suspension absorbs rough roads without turning the cabin into a floating boat. This is a vehicle built for real American roads, real American families, and real American lifestyles. Safety is where the Telluride SX Prestige quietly flexes its muscles. Advanced driver assistance features surround you without making you feel babysat. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, surround view cameras, and collision avoidance systems all work in the background, stepping in only when needed. It doesn't feel intrusive, it feels reassuring. This is the kind of SUV you trust with the people you care about most, and that trust is priceless. Pricing-wise, the Telluride SX Prestige delivers something rare in today's market: value that actually feels real. You're getting luxury-level comfort, technology, and space without luxury brand pricing, and American buyers have noticed. There's a reason this SUV has become a benchmark. But to truly understand the Telluride, you have to understand what came before it in spirit, and that brings us to the Mitsubishi Pajero, the vehicle we teased from the last episode. The Pajero represents a different era, a time when SUVs were built first for survival and second for comfort. Its boxy design wasn't about style, it was about function. High ground clearance, body-on-frame toughness, and a four-wheel drive system that earned its reputation in deserts, mountains, and rallies around the world. Where the Telluride is refined and composed, the Pajero was raw and honest. It didn't isolate you from the road, it connected you to it. Inside the Pajero, you didn't find soft ambient lighting or massive screens. You found durability. Big buttons, simple gauges, and a driving position that made you feel like you could conquer terrain rather than commute through traffic. The engine options weren't about speed, they were about torque and reliability. The Pajero moved with purpose, not urgency. It taught drivers patience, respect for terrain, and mechanical sympathy. And that's why so many Pajeros are still running today, long after newer SUVs have faded away. Emotionally, the Telluride and the Pajero couldn't be more different, yet they're connected by trust. The Telluride earns trust through comfort, safety, and consistency. The Pajero earned trust through endurance, resilience, and survival. One is designed to make life easier, the other was designed to make life possible in places where roads barely exist. And that's the beauty of the SUV story. It's not about replacing the past, it's about building on it. Driving the Telluride feels calm, confident, and composed. It's the kind of vehicle that reduces stress. You don't fight it, you flow with it. Everything works the way you expect it to, and that's a massive compliment. The Pajero, on the other hand, demanded respect. It asked you to understand it, to work with it, to trust your instincts. Both approaches have value, and both have fans for good reason. As we move toward the end of this journey, it becomes clear that the Kia Telluride SX Prestige isn't just a great SUV, it's a statement. It proves that modern vehicles can be comfortable, safe, stylish, and still emotionally satisfying. It proves that you don't need a luxury badge to feel proud of what you drive. And when you look back at legends like the Mitsubishi Pajero, you realize that the spirit of toughness, reliability, and trust never really disappeared, it just evolved. If this kind of deep, emotional car storytelling is what you're here for, hit that subscribe button and become part of the Dazzy Cars family, because every week we don't just review vehicles, we celebrate what they mean. And in the next episode, we'll circle back and dive even deeper into the legacy of the Mitsubishi Pajero. Because some names deserve more than just a mention, they deserve a full story.